Welcome to day 4, everyone. I'm just so proud of you. Good job. Keep up the good work. We just talked about setting goals, and I want to remind you about how we set goals. Goals are about something you can obtain. So let's not set a goal that, hey, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in 2 days. We're going to set something that we actually can control. Setting a goal that you can control is very motivating because you're setting something that you actually can reach. And when you reach those goals, that is some serious motivation to keep you going. And I've seen it happen time and time again. If you set something that you can do, set small goals, set small benchmarks. So this month, I'm going to work out 3 times this week. That means I'm going to do 3 workouts in this month. And that's 12 workouts. So when I get to that 12th workout, let me tell you something. The average person that lost so many inches, they lost about 12 and 24 inches in a 12 workout segment, which is 3 times a week. So what I meant by that is you're going to lose between 12 and 24 inches if you stick with it, is an example of what I have achieved over my career. It was not hard to do, and a lot of times they didn't even change their eating habits yet, which we are going to address in the near future here. But I just want to encourage you, set goals that you can obtain, set godly goals, give God the glory, and let's get started. What I need you to do, these are some 2 things that you need to get going on the resistance portion of this program. This is very important. So we've talked about cardiovascular exercise. Now we've talked about flexibility training. Now we're going into the resistance training part. Okay, so a great program, a great solid program is where you do resistance training and you do it at a very, how do I put this, intentional level. So what that means is if you work chest, you work back. If you work bicep, you work tricep. You make sure that you don't, a lot of men, I hate to single them out, but they would love to train upper body but not lower body. You need to train the whole body, okay? Because it is the thing that carries you around. So it causes problems when you don't do that. So keep it simple. We're keeping this all simple. I'm going to take you through a routine. This is what you need. You need a resistance band, very inexpensive to go get, and you need a fitness ball. Now, when you go to order these things, they do have them to where they can adjust to your body type, meaning your height, your weight, that whole thing, because that all factors in. So just read the labels and make sure you get what's proper for yourself, okay? Now, let me put this to the side for the moment. And we're going to start with the resistance band. What we're going to start with is back. What you want to do is start with the large muscle groups in your body, because these assist. So if these are tired before you train these, before you train this, you're going to be tired. You're not going to get the maximum benefit. So if you train your biceps before you train your back, you shouldn't do that. You should start with the large muscle groups first. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Now, what we're going to do is slow and controlled movements, okay? Because this, I know I'm over-exaggerating, but it doesn't do anything, okay? We want to work slow and controlled movements, so we're actually using the muscle group, the muscle tissue. You have slow and fast twitch fibers in your muscle tissue. We want to make sure that we are hitting both, okay? So what slow and fast twitch muscle fibers are is you're breaking them down to build them up. So we tear them down, we rest, and then they build up and they strengthen. Hopefully that makes sense to you, but we're going to keep moving, okay? So what we're going to do is start with back. I want you to wrap this around something. So you need to think about in your house what is not going to move on you. See how hard this is? So if you have a banister that's very stable, you want to find something that's stable so when you're pulling on it, it's not going to move. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to wrap this around. Very simple. You wrap it around. I have even some people use columns in their house. They've got small columns and things like that. So what you're going to do is posture up. It's not this. It's shoulders down and back, posture up, feet shoulder width apart so you can keep your balance. And you're going to walk either this way or this way. The reason I like resistance bands is you can change the weight of the resistance by just moving. Instead of having to change dumbbells all the time, which I'm fine with dumbbells if that's what you want to use, but this segment we're going to use the resistance bands. But you can just very easily change the resistance by walking backwards if you need it to be harder. If you need it to be easier, walk slow, go forward. But what I usually like you to try is come back and do like 1 or 2, kind of feel for it, okay? And then if you need it harder or easier, that's when you make your adjustment, okay? What I want you to do is slow and controlled movements, meaning when you're going one direction. The first exercise is seated row, or it's standing today. And you're going to come straight back, leading with the elbows, shoulders down and back, and pull back 1001, 1002. I'm more at my chest level than down here. Does that make sense? So up here, and then you come back down. Now watch my shoulders. It's not this, okay? This is your trap. Right now we're working your back. This part right here for posture. Does that make sense? You're going to come back and forward. Now I want you to talk to you about breathing. Every time you pull back, this is the hardest part of the exercise. That's when you're going to breathe out. So you're going to go. I want you to hear that so you understand. I want you to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Every rep, okay, as we go. Now when you start, I want you to do 1 set of 10. We're starting with 1 set. Because when I train people, they tell me how they're doing, but then I like to hear what their body says. So the first time you do this workout, I want you to do 1 set, see how you feel tomorrow. And if you're sore tomorrow, you're going to stick with 1 set till the next time. But if you're not sore at all, you can go to 2 sets and then 3. So what I mean by sets, here's 1 set of 10 I've just, completed. Here's 8, right? 9, 10. I'm going to rest for about 15 seconds. And do another set. Now, when you get to that second and third set, because our goal is 3 sets, you're going to probably have to change the resistance, because when you get to that second and third set, it's going to get harder. But you're going to be amazed how quickly you get stronger, okay? So this first exercise, again, is seated row, okay? This works the back. See my posture? My shoulders are down, slow and controlled movement. After I've done my reps and sets, I'm going to keep this wrapped around. And what you're going to do is grab it this way, okay? Now, our back is to whatever post you've got this wrapped around. Posture up, eyes straight, don't look down, posture straight up. Think about what you're doing to your spine. It needs to be straight up and down here. Does that make sense? Hands here, okay? All you're going to do is push forward and breathe and back. Now, if this is too hard, what do? We back up, okay? So how's our breathing? What's the hardest part of this exercise? It's the push, okay? So it's this way. The pace again, 1001, 1002, 1001, 1002. This is not going to work. You're going to hurt your joints, okay? This is not working. So you go 1001, 1002, and in. Now look at my posture. It's not this. Okay, I just show you a lot of mistakes that I see in the gym so you can be prepared. But it's posture up, straight up, and it's just the length of my arms. You'll see also this where they roll their shoulders forward. That's not what we're doing right now. We want to avoid injury. So this is your chest. We start with 1 set. We wait for tomorrow to see how we feel. If we go and we're fine, then we go to 2 sets and then 3. So the second day, we'll do 2 sets if we're okay, and if we're sore, we're going to wait. We're going to let our body talk to us and let us tell us how are we doing in this situation, okay? Now we're going to move on to shoulders. Now, the way you can change the resistance with these bands, either use 1 or 2 feet. This is harder. To make it not as hard, you can go down to 1 foot and you can bring this up. Shoulders are hard. They can be. So don't be discouraged at all. I have seen it over and over again where people just, oh my gosh, it's supposed to be hard. It's okay. So here's your hands. They're right here. You're going to press up. Now, let me ask you something. If this is too hard, what could you do? You make this not as hard, right? You can grab your ball. You can sit down. Now, when you're on a ball, I want to coach you on this. This is your fit ball, right? You sit on it. If you sit on it with your feet together, you might tip over. So it's a safety hazard right now. That's kind of a safety issue. I want you to, when you sit down on it, hold on to it, feet wide, and sit down very safely. If you're a little more concerned about that, another thing you can do, put this against the wall when you're getting used to it. Wide feet, sit. It's fine, okay? But you put your foot here, if this is hard, and you put this right here. See my hands? They're right at my shoulder level, right? All you're going to do is straight up, boom. Okay? If you're doing this standing, same thing. It's 1001, 1002, 1,001, 1,002. Watch my elbows. It's not this, okay? 1,001, 1,002. It's easy on the joints. We're using the muscle tissue right now. This has nothing to do with your skeleton. This has nothing to do with your bones. This has everything to do with soft tissue and moving, okay? All right, so it's 1,001, 1,002. We're going to move on to bicep curl. Okay, so we've worked our chest, we've worked our back, we've worked our shoulders. Now we're going to go on to bicep and tricep. Bicep is a very strong muscle with this. See how wide I'm standing? This is how you make it harder. This is how you make it easier. Okay, but what I want you to do is stand shoulder width apart. If you're needing it to not be as hard and just under 1 foot, still stand shoulder width apart, but only put it under 1 leg. Does that make sense? Okay. Feet here. Shoulders what? Down and back, right? Shoulders down and back. It's not this, guys. It's this. Hands in front of you. See my palms? They're forward. It's not this. It's this. My elbows are into my rib cage, okay? And it's pulling up. When do I breathe out? What's the hardest part? Down. So the hardest part is what? Up. Breathe out and release. So it's 1,001, 1,002. Inhale and exhale. Does that make sense? Very good. Last one with the resistance band, and then I'm going to show you one exercise for abs. You're going to wrap this around. We're going to work the back of the arm, the tricep. Some people refer to it as the horseshoe. Anyway, you're going to stand very much like you stood in the first segment, or the first, not segment, but the first exercise, which was the seated or the standing row, okay? You're going to stand here. Now the difference is you're going to bend. And then my arms are straight, you're going to pull back. What you're going to do next is you're just going to bend at the elbow and press back. My hands, the palm of my hands are facing the ceiling. It's just coming here and back. So I want to show you something. Your elbow is just acting as if it's just a hinge. Does that make sense? Yeah, very good. All right, so here you go. It's breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Now, I want you to be very safe when you get in and out of exercises, so the smart thing to do, put this here and stand up. Just keep very thoughtful about where you're at, where you're standing, where your arms are at, and when you go into something, finish it, and then step out of it very safely, okay? Go ahead and release this. We're going to get your ball back. Okay, we're moving into the home stretch. We're going to start on your abs. Now, what we're going to do, we sit on the ball. Our feet are shoulder width apart. Now, the goal is, when you start doing the exercises and you start getting stronger, this also works on balance. Okay? So, you bring your legs in as you get, what? Stronger. So right now we're going to start this way. What we're going to do, we're just going to walk down. We're going to lie back. Now, if we're a beginner, this is where we start. If we're more advanced, this is where we start. So let's start here. You roll down to make it harder. That makes it, okay? So here, shoulder width apart, hands behind your head. You're not gripping and ripping your neck. Your fingertips are touching the back of your head. Your eyes are on the ceiling. You're just going to go up, breathe out, and breathe down. Nice and slow up, and breathe down. You're going to do your set, and then guess what? You're going to stop. We're going to get out of this very easily. Put your hands here, keep your balance, and very slowly walk back. Guess what? You just finished day 4. This is going to be probably one of the most exciting times for you right now with the resistance training, because you're really starting to feel the movement. You're really starting to feel those muscles do something. And we're just getting started. There's so many things we get to do. I got so many exercises. It's going to make your head spin, but only in due time. Okay? So this is Tracy Boone. I'm signing off, and I will see you on day 5.